name is Phil Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. I have been watching Crisis on Infinite Earth. Now, Crisis on Infinite Earth is it hits me right at my beginning comic book reading years. I got into I always read 2000 AD when I was a kid, and then that was like a gateway drug. So that got me to Forbidden Planet Bookshop in London. That's back when it was on Dean Street. It's like, if you're American, it was like this little back street in the centre of London, and it was actually a bigger shop than you thought. And then around the corner, you could go through the block in this little alleyway. There you can get to Forbidden Planet 2, which they had opened up by the time I started getting into it, and they had all movie stuff there. But Crisis was totally my era. Yeah, I got into reading. I got into reading American comics via Swamp Thing because I liked Alan Moore's stuff in 2000 AD. So I've really kind of enjoyed the Arrowverse take on Crisis. I think it's really kind of worked. It's been goofy. It's been fun, and I can totally see why I'm out of the Arrowverse. When Arrow finishes this year, it's I think it's 2 or 3 episodes to go. When it finishes, I think I'm out of the Arrowverse. Nothing else really holds much interest, and I can really see why from these. But these 2 episodes are going to review. But there are there's a lot in them. There's a lot in them that I really like as well. That's fun. Before I do, I'm doing a DVD giveaway. Doing DVD giveaways, or Blu-ray giveaways actually in this case, for the next month and a half, 2 months, while Doctor Who, the new season of Doctor Who is running. This month is a Blu-ray this week is a Blu-ray box set. Ta-da! This is David Tennant specials. It has Next Doctor, Planet of the Dead, Waters of Mars, End of Time Part 1 and 2, plus a gazillion billion extras. It's a fantastic package. All you need to do to win it is subscribe to the channel and hashtag BowieBase1. BowieBase1, the instructions are... Excuse me. The instructions are in the video notes. Okay, so let's get into I think I'm going to do a review of both these episodes back to back because it's basically how I watched it. So we had the first 3 episodes of Crisis, which is where every superhero meets every superhero. It was like the first time it happened. Oh, it was so freaking awesome. And then in the individual comics, they would all have their own version of this big Crisis meet up they'd had in this on the Justice League satellite, which we didn't get in this version. But so where we're up to now is the antimatter crisis has happened and just wiped out the universe, the multiverse. I'm going to say the universe, the multiverse, and we're left with Oliver Queen in Purgatory, who they went in to find because he sacrificed himself once to save one of the Earths, or save as many people they could rescue from one of the Earths, and then so he's in Purgatory. I can't remember. A couple of people went in to get him, Constantine, but then he meets Jim Corrigan. Is that Jim Corrigan? The Spectre, and he says, "You're going to be the new Spectre." I'm like, "Well, that's pretty cool." And then the heroes we have left, they're this place called the Vanishing Point. We got Supergirl, Flash, White Canary? I think it's White Canary. Batwoman, Martian Manhunter, this Asian scientist, who the hell is he? I have no clue who that guy is, and Superman. And they're stranded on this place called the Vanishing Point, and the cliffhanger happens when Superman goes all glowy and turns into Lex Luthor. And these are the 7 paragons that the universe needs to reboot itself, to reestablish itself from the Anti-Monitor. And Lex Luthor did a thing where Superman was chosen to be a paragon, and he made himself one. And oh my god, did that make this episode so much better? I'm so into this John Cryer Lex Luthor, this kind of angry, campy Lex Luthor. It's really fun. So we start the episode off when we go to the origin of the crisis, and we meet the Monitor. Before it became the Monitor, or a time travel experiment, to the dawn of time, and somehow I don't really pay that much attention to the Arrowverse stuff because really it's supposed to be light fluff, I think. So somehow the massive release of antimatter that starts spiraling through time and space. And I think then he goes to the antimatter universe, and that's where we meet the Anti-Monitor, I think. Yes. a lot happened very quickly. So back at the vanishing point, we got the super camp Lex Luthor, who I really did, the John Cryer, and the Asian guy. Who is the Asian guy? Like, how did he get picked? As they try to use leftover Time Master technology so they can get out of there. And honestly, Lex Luthor is the perfect choice to have as one of the 7 people you need at the end of the universe to rescue everyone. Because, his self-interest is so freaking awesome. He will find a way of rescuing everyone just to save himself. And I just, again, really, really like John Cryer was the star of the episode for me. So the Flash has been trying to get out of that vanishing point using the Speed Force, but his Speed Force is blocked. And so the Arrow turns up, being trained as being the Spectre, and now has super spectry powers, and he unlocks the Barry Allen's speed, his full potential, and so he can go super fast and break into the Speed Force. That's where it gets a bit weird. So they're in the Speed Force, which is well, I thought they're in the Speed Force, but some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of them end up going back in time to where the Monitor was created, to Maravu, to try and stop him doing the original experiment, and the others are in the Speed Force in like memories of their time. So you get to revisit these cool parts of the Arrowverse, which is really good. This is more like a victory lap, this whole thing, than a than a story, but it's so much fun. And so what was next? So there's a pretty dull fight. Lex Luthor looks like he's betrayed everybody, and he wants to become the Monitor instead, or the Anti-Monitor instead. And there's a pretty lame fight between him and Supergirl. He's reinvented himself with these new crazy superpowers. So the fight starts, but then it stops straight away, and then they get taken to the antimatter universe where they have the big fight. They have all those shadow wraith things. I can't remember what they're called. Shadow wraiths, I think. Shadow something or rather. Hang on, I had it written down over here. They're called Shadow Demons. Shadow Demons. Okay. And so you have this other great comic book fight where you get everybody lined up, and it's just like out of pages of any good comic book. Just what I really like is the composition of the images of the scenes and the dialogue. Everything was just perfect, to convey that comic booky feel, which I really think they did a great job doing. Which in general, I think the Arrowverse does. So then it breaks down in a fight between Oliver Spectre and the Anti-Monitor, and we have this bit which I really didn't like, where all the heroes line up and they do the Care Bear stare, which reminds me of my favorite joke, which I'm gonna digress and tell you from Dave Chappelle. He says the problem with I'm going to tell it terribly. He does it much better. So the problem with this generation is they don't care about anything. The reason we care about stuff is we grew up with these things called the Care Bears, these little tiny little bear people who had a little sign on their chest to let you know how they felt on the inside. And they didn't get mad. No, whenever things got bad, they got determined. And they would do the Care Bear stare, where they would link arms and they'll stare, and freaking love would shoot out of their chest and melt whatever bad thing is they were staring at. As I got older, unfortunately, I found out that you can't shoot love out of your chest. It was very sad. It was crushing. You can shoot love onto a chest, however, and that is not a bad substitute. And that's one of my favorite jokes. I'll be here all night. Fine. And then Arrow sacrifices himself again to recreate the multiverse, and everything fades to white. Boom. End of the episode of Arrow. And they've got 3 or 4 episodes of Arrow left. I'm like, he's apparently dead now. So, again. So I don't know what they're going to do for the next few episodes of Arrow. But most of this next episode, which was the Guardians of Not Guardians of the Tomorrow. What are they called again? Not Guardians of the Galaxy. Legends of Tomorrow. Oh god, that's so much better. Okay, so we're in a brave new world. Supergirl. Supergirl is super freaking cringe in like every part of this. Supergirl wakes up. She's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And they're in this new universe, and it very quickly becomes clear that it's an amalgamated universe, that all the heroes live together on one in one reality, one Earth. So again, yeah, Supergirl, super cringe, lots of super cringe. Martian Manhunter's going around giving everybody their memories back from the previous multiverse days. And Arrow is really, really dead, and they're all mourning him. And we've got 3 more episodes of Arrow to go. I guess they'll work it out somehow. I guess we'll find out. Not much really happens until we get a Bebo attack. Who doesn't love a bit of Bebo? See, this is, again, it's just so stupid. It's so much fun. A Bebo attack is just a diversion for a magician doing a bank robbery. But so then they have half the episode to fill still, and they bring back the Anti-Monitor. His shadow demons will start attacking people, so they realize the Anti-Monitor's still alive. And they end up with a massive big superhero fight. Black Lightning shows up. Who's a bit cringe, and Supergirl is there, who is super cringe, and Batwoman is super cringe, and so it's all cringe. It's all the whole Arrowverse has turned into cringeverse. Big battle, and the plan is to make a little buoy thing that's going to make the Anti-Monitor shrink indefinitely into the micro universe or whatever it is. So yeah, the most super cringe bit for Supergirl is at the end, when she has this determined flight at the Anti-Monitor. It's just, it doesn't really work. I'm sorry. Supergirl just doesn't really work. Okay, and the good guys win. The end. Basically, what happens? They mourn Arrow in this weird warehouse place, which is going to be their new meeting spot. And you pull out, you see the outside of the building, and it's a traditional classic Justice League building, which I thought was kind of cool. But I prefer the classic Justice League interior as well. This cool Smithsonian, Washington Monument type building. I prefer that. But that was it. That was Crisis on Infinite Earths. So I'm gonna keep watching Arrow, as I said, till it finishes. I might keep watching Flash, but I'm really kind of bored of that. But everything else, I'm so done with. This, like the Avengers Endgame was a way to leave the Marvel Universe. This is a way to leave the Arrowverse. I think we're done. It was so much fun. I enjoyed all the cameos. I enjoyed all the multiple super. Oh, I forgot the best bit. Oh my god, they had the Ezra, whatever his name is, show up as the movie Flash. Damn, that was fantastic. I love that. Was back in episode 4, the Arrow episode. Great, yeah, very ballsy. Loved them doing it. Thought it was a great idea. Wouldn't mind seeing Henry Cavill back as Superman. Doubt we're ever going to see that, but it was really fun. Listen, that's my review of it. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you think about the Arrowverse? Do you think I should continue with the Arrowverse? Do you think I should continue with Flash? I don't think so. I'm just bored of it. And I can't sit through Supergirl or Batwoman. Batwoman looks, so unbelievably bad. I don't know what to tell you. And Black Lightning, I don't know. I've never really seen it before. It was like, okay, fine. It didn't really resonate with me. Didn't hit with me at all. But yeah, they're my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think, and have a fantastic day.